stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers, only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver.
This is playoff football in Chicago. The cold, the wind, the snow, and these Bear fans wouldn't have it any other way here inside historic Soldier Field. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. This is Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run with Elliott, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And
on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Tackle made.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Cowboys 7, Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, man. Slant, slant, slant. Move, move.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 37, check on the 6 guys, check 6 guys.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he stopped immediately there.
Henry on the
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Lawrence on the stop.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins eluding the pressure right. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's got some space here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 55 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now. This
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's second down.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Prescott from the gun. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
He was brought down by Everson Griffin. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
I'm scared. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
7, Bears 6.
Prescott. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the shotgun, it's Prescott, escaping the pressure right. Able to hit his target Lamb, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Prescott now. This to Jarwin. And down inside the 15 he goes. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 14 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Say,
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta.
Check 55, Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Crunch time, you know.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Haskins will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Come on.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Oh, it's a... And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Officially a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Open man is Duvernay. That catch good for only a couple.
To Devin Duvernay.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
At the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Patterson on the carry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
Check, 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 check.
Now a first carry for their fullback. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. That's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Henry on the carry.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
45-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They run with Patterson and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Haskins. Flush to his right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Haskins to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. Always get Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 89 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The 31-yard line.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 34 yards. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Zerline now for the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
26, Bears 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now, this will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line. At the
line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Haskins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Going deep this time for Miller. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Haskins on 3rd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1-yard line.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Mike, 55.
Again, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. A first throw for the backup Foles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Devin Duvernay there to make the grab. And the Bears cut into that lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game.
Score Cowboys 26, Bears 14. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Elliott a first down and more. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Down by Kyle Fuller.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Foles. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Foles. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Foles. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
They'll take over.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Cowboy first down.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know.